Hey everyone, Delphi Trading Group back again with our weekly market report that we put out for you guys every week here on YouTube. Kind of going over the markets, what we're seeing, making our forecasts, which have been spot on for a long time now. And we are going to give out a bonus play at the end, so stick around for that. So, like our headline said, for our report this week, all eyes are going to be on two things: the rates and Nvidia, which reports tomorrow. I'm recording this, the markets just closed on Tuesday. Nvidia reports tomorrow after the close. So those are the two things people are watching this week, okay? And you can see here on my chart, I have the chart of the 10-year up, okay? This is the 10-year. This is the main product that everything is geared around. And we can see here, we had been watching this wedge for a long time, and it has broken out now. And to us, it looks like we're headed to this 480 level, okay, 4.80. We almost touched 4.7 today. So we said this to our community a while back, that if there's going to be one thing that derails this market just going up vertically, it's going to be rates going higher. And you cannot ignore this move or where this could be going. Okay, if the 10-year keeps going higher, okay, it's going to be a huge headwind for the markets. And I don't even care what Nvidia reports tomorrow. Okay, all people care about are rates. It affects credit cards. It affects car loans. It affects everything. Okay, especially for the consumer. So everybody is watching rates right now, and again, this looks pretty strong. This move can keep going. And the second thing, again, we mentioned was Nvidia. Okay, Nvidia reports tomorrow after the close, and you can see this thing has been going straight up along with the markets, pulling back a little bit here. But again, we'll have to wait and see what they say tomorrow after the close. Be very careful. You do not want to trade after hours. We call it clown time. After hours is very manipulative. Last time we saw Nvidia go up in after hours, and as soon as the market opened, it dropped significantly. So just be very careful. We do not trade after hours. We do not trade, again, we call it clown time. But again, everyone's going to be watching Nvidia, okay? So let's go to Thinkorswim. Here we are in Thinkorswim. I have the SPY up here, the daily chart. And you can see our forecast here from last week has not hit yet, but we do feel that is going to hit. So we're going to leave that up. We are eyeing this gap right here, okay? There are several open gaps. I think this gap is still open. There's a gap here and this larger gap here. So if you follow us or are in our Delphi room on Discord, we have a lot of educational channels. We talk about gap theory and how to trade gaps. Okay, so you can see the SPY briefly broke the 20-day moving average. That's that blue line here. Okay, but here, look, we have higher volume now. Remember, as volume is going up, the momentum is lower. Okay, so the volume is starting to go up now, and our CCI is not even at our zero line right now. Stochastic is rolling down. So we're going to leave this forecast here on the SPY. You can see all our white forecasts here. Going back a long time, we're over 90% accurate on our index forecasts. Okay, Qs is almost at our forecast here. Again, above the 20-day. And just like the SPY, there's a lot of gaps down here on the Qs, okay? So we are going to leave that forecast here on the Qs. We're almost there. We'll have to see what happens, but we do think we're going to get there, so we're leaving that up. There, IWM. Again, we are over 95% accurate on the IWM. And why is that? Well, IWM, if you compare the IWM, especially to the QQQs and the SPY, it trades the best technically, okay? You're not getting, the hyperscaler AI, straight up market, okay? IWM tied to small caps is the most tied technically, okay? So that is why our forecasts hit, you know, you can see here all these white forecasts, and some of them were two-part forecasts up and down. Forecast from last week is hit right there. And again, small caps are extremely sensitive to rates, okay? Which is why you've seen this pull back now. But I am going to go for a bounce here on IWM. We're at support, okay? Even though the volume's going up, okay? I'm going to go for a bounce here. And what I want to point out here as well is I'm seeing this on a lot of charts, stock charts. Okay, IWM could be forming a bearish head and shoulders pattern. That would mean we're going to get a bounce here and roll over, okay, to form this other shoulder. And then if that breaks, look out below. Okay, so that's what we could be seeing here. We could be seeing this form. It's very easy to spot this now on, you know, with your eyes if you know what to look for. So I am going to go up for a little bounce here on IWM, and then that bounce may not be long-lived, okay? So I am going to do this here. I'm just going to go up for a bounce. Right there is my forecast on the IWM, okay? And again, there are more gaps down here to fill. If this pattern plays out, these gaps will fill, okay? So just be mindful of that. Okay, so we're putting on a bonus play here, like we said, on VIRT, Virtu Financial. Okay, and where did we get this? We got this off the Delphi Signal. We'll get to our X handle in a minute. So yes, we got this off the Delphi Signal, which is our proprietary trading signal, which is about 80% win rate on the Delphi Signal. Okay, so what are we seeing here? Well, first things first, we're going to do a little technical analysis here with the chart for you guys since we don't have any lines here. The first thing that I do when I look at a chart, you need to find support resistances, okay? And I'm not going to go into the whole thing on how to do it. Again, we have educational channels on this for everybody. And again, if you want to join, we have a 2-week free trial. I'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to put a support line here off of this high. You can see this reversed. Okay, so I'm putting a support line right there. And a lot of times, look at that. It's lining up perfectly with this 20-day moving average right there. Okay, again, this is the 20-day moving average. And what made me decide that this was support? Well, look, resistance here, resistance here. When the resistance broken, this becomes support. Okay? So that is going to be my target now on this trade. We have a bearish shooting star right there. Okay. Doesn't matter if it's green. That's a bearish shooting star. And now we have a bearish engulfing candle. Okay. This is my favorite setup in all of trading. When I see a bearish shooting star followed by a bearish engulfing candle and a pivot. So we have a pivot as well, a lower high and a lower low. That's my ultimate setup. Okay, we have a volume drop up here. That's bearish. Our CCI, our favorite indicator, has a sell signal overbought, and the stochastic is just about to cross down below, if not already. Okay, so for that reason, this bonus play is going to be lower, okay, on this stock. So I'm going right back down towards that support here on VIRT. Okay, so we will keep an eye on that. You know, that would be a couple dollar move. So if you guys want to trade it, it's up to you on the puts. Okay. So finally, let me get to our X page. Okay. So you can see here, our X handle here is at Delphi Trading GP for group. Okay. At Delphi Trading GP. And you can see we posted here this morning. Again, we have a 14-day free trial. No credit card needed. You can leave at any time. So you can find us here on our X page, or you could just go to our website, which you could see here is thedelphisignals.com. You can also find it here on our YouTube channel. The link is on that. So please like, subscribe, tell people what we're doing, or we're doing amazing things. And again, please follow us here on X. Okay, again, no credit cards needed, 14-day free trial. You can come in here, pick up some trades, check out the community and Discord and our chat. You can check out our portfolios that we got going on. Our long-term portfolio has been absolutely crushing it. We're just crushing the indexes. We're smoking everybody. And you can come on for free, check out that portfolio. Leave whenever you want, no credit card needed, okay? So again, our link is here in our YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, you get these alerts. And also here on our X page. Okay, so again, that's it for us. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys take advantage of our 14-day free trial. And good luck trading. Watch the rates. Watch Nvidia coming out tomorrow after the close. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Take care.